G's, I'm in the cut, all my homies. In the cut. Show no love to the police, show no love to the phonies. No love. She wanna come to my homie, she wanna ride like a pony. Better pay up if you owe me, don't come around like you know me.
Man's them moving too shaky, acting sus for no reason. Still do the dash like Stacy with a city girl. It's that season.
I want to welcome you guys back to another episode of our podcast. I'm here with my co-host Christian.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
You know, Randy Savage is back in the building again.
Always and forever.
You know, we're going to get straight into the topic because it's very easy to talk for us. You know, as you all know, if you heard our podcast, we all work at a restaurant. The restaurant is called Michael's Genuine Food and Drink. It's located in the Design District. Please come check us out. We're not going to give you guys free food because we do not know you. But it's an amazing experience, good food. We have good chefs. We just want to talk about the ins and outs of the restaurants, not Michael's in particular, but we're all going to hit some topics on there. Just all basically background in restaurants in general, and I'll let Christian take it away from here.
Man, we just going shit talking, bro. Like we always do. We mention it from time to time when we stressed out, when we tired of the work. You know, we would do our doubles. We do 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours. This guy sleeps over there. He got one of those beds that you pull the string, comes out the wall like in New York. But look, man, we just gonna have fun with this. We got a bunch of stories, cracking jokes, and shit that we just don't like.
And first of all, what we don't like is, I would say new hires. I don't like new hires when they first get hired because I like to see someone work before I even judge them.
Unless they got some cheeks.
Get them cheeks, yeah. If she got cheeks, then we down for whatever. But like new hires, because they come in the restaurant, you know, some of them are green. Some of them have come from other restaurants.
What does green mean?
Oh, green means they're amateur. They're booty. No
rookies.
experience.
They're just straight up rookies. Like,
rookies.
have minimal experience, like Rafi.
In Spanish, we call them picayebas. Because I didn't know how to do is pick herbs. If you don't know how to pick herbs, you got problems.
You know, and then you got the ones that come from actually a culinary background from school and stuff like that and think they know everything, and then they can't even temper a steak or a burger.
Yeah, that's one of those things that annoys the hell out of me. Like, I got a culinary degree, and I'm like, cool. Can you work a fucking 300 cover servers on your own? Nah. Oh, I'm a chef. I'm like, you are not a chef. You cannot manage your own time right. So, nah. You got to earn those. You got to work your way up.
You can't even hang your own tickets.
Yeah. You getting lost when we're only like 7 tickets deep? Nah, not happening.
So what would you guys define as a chef? Not like a chef, like a real chef.
My first chef ever working in a restaurant was named Jose Piñol. Mm-hmm. He was Puerto Rican. He was very into his roots of Puerto Rican food, which he used that to elevate his food towards, like, I guess you could say even Michael standards.
Okay.
He wanted to even be on the show Chopped. He was very, like, not just Puerto Rican in the sense of like, I'm just an island. Mm-hmm. No, he's in Miami. He's trying to get that food elevated. So I still take it to today. If you don't have 10 years on your belt, you shouldn't be called chef.
Okay.
Number one. That's number one. Number two, in my eyes, that's a title you are respectfully earned the respect of a lot of people. And not just like you just come in there, you're the new chef. You could be a new chef for however many years, but you haven't been a chef at this restaurant in that many years. Your experience may show in a different restaurant, but it may not show in ours.
Facts.
You could fold napkins the way you do in your restaurant, but you cannot fold them the same way we need to do. We need them here. And you need to go back into your roots of learning to learn how we do them. And if you can't adapt to learning, then you cannot be a chef in our restaurants.
True.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
That's me. That's my bottom line.
I heard that.
And if you have no respect for your employees, you're not going to get respect out of me.
That's 100% true.
Respect should be given and earned outside the restaurant, in the restaurant.
Yeah.
That should be like fundamentals to your life.
I believe that 100%. Randy?
No, I pretty much agree with that. I also feel chef is excuse me. First of all, a chef is the one that's managing the restaurant, managing the kitchen, managing your staff. But the chef should also know how to work all the stations, know the basic fundamentals of your kitchen, and be the one to kind of like train and lead and mold all your cooks throughout service, throughout life, throughout whatever it is that they might need. So that's kind of how I always approached it. I've worked with many different chefs. Going back to that first chef that I worked for was Damia Terry. This was at Cheesecake Factory. So corporate, this was a while ago. So corporate style, it's cheesecake. Everyone hates on it. But I learned a lot there. And she did not want to hire me at all. She wanted me to work the pastry side, which is really just make coffees and plate fucking cheesecakes with some whipped cream. That's all it was. And then she was like, you can't work in the kitchen. I was just like, the GM got me in there. And I wanted to prove her wrong. Like, you know, I was like, nah, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm here for this. And the first week, they wanted to fire me. Working Garmo. She's like, oh, I'm going to put you on Garmo. It's the easiest station. She fucking lied to me. That is the hardest station. I don't care. From that moment on, I realized if you get put on Garmo, you are in for a fucking treat right there. Because you are going to get fucked from the very beginning to the very end, no matter what. And I remember she's like, you'll be the first one out. It's the easiest station to clean up. Nope. None of that was true. None of it was true. None of it. Like, you are constantly running out of lettuce. You're constantly running out of all your mise en place. You got to make like 16 different. Cheesecake Factory had 32 different salads, and you have to learn the lunch portion and the dinner portions. Jesus. Two completely things. And then they would cut the other people, and you'd have to work 2-3 stations extra. Right? So, yeah, she wanted to fire me. She did not think I was going to make it. But she pushed me to get to the point where I was like, I got to multitask. And she's like, what do you, like, she would test me on the spot. What's in this right here? Give me it down to the tablespoons and the ounces. You know, whatever it is, 6 ounces of lettuce, 4 ounces of corn, whatever. You know, like, she would quiz you throughout the day. And, you know, I kind of hated her, but she did teach me a lot. And, like, that's where I realized that's what a chef was. Like, she's managing the restaurant. She'll get on the line if she has to. She'll expo. But she's there to help you get better. Yep. So every time I go to a new chef, like every restaurant I've been to after that, and even a Genuine alone, I've worked for 6-7 different chefs at this point. It's been a lot. I haven't been there for a minute. So each chef I've been fortunate to have learned something from them, and I always try to teach that to the next person that
I actually have a question on that, and that's a pretty interesting one. Corporate chefs and regular chefs. What I mean by regular chefs that we kind of already work with. I'll use that as an example because we all come from the same place right now. Corporate chefs, they do everything to the T. It's a recipe. You have to follow. It's 2 flake up of this, spoon of that. Not that we don't. We do. But since they're very lenient, as long as it's good food. True. Them, you have to do things like he said. Ladle of this, spoonful of this, half a teaspoon of this. And it has to be to that T.
They want to make sure it tastes the same way on every single plate.
From Miami to London to...
Exactly.
I get that. But does that make you a lesser chef because you're not in that environment?
I don't think so. I mean, you're learning a different style. It's a different style of management. It's a different style of a restaurant.
But let's just say, because that one chef, and you're let's say you right now, your experience right now, being chef level. Yeah. Go lowering yourself to be a line cook to learn that style again. And the fact that there's so many salads is overwhelming for anybody. Yeah. Anybody. 40 salads? Come on. That's a lot. I will fucking fall.
They got 2 salads over there, 3 salads at Michael's. Though.
We run 4 salads max.
I will fall. Dude, 40 salads? No, come on. That's like remembering the first 4 pages of the dictionary from A to A.
Dude, let me tell you, when I first got there, the first week of training after I got hired, they give you the little notebook and they have the KDS screens. And you write down all the recipes. I spent my first week strictly just learning the recipes. As soon as I got on the line, they thought I was going to be great because I memorized the recipes. I fell flat on my face. I was like, nah, I don't know anything. This one kid, I can't remember his name, but he took my recipe book, little notepad, and he's like, nah, you can't use that. I'm like, the fuck you mean I can't use this? Like, I don't know the recipe. He's like, you've been here a week and a half. You should know it by now. I'm like, that was one of those first times I was to fight someone. Yeah. I was like, man, give me my shit right now.
You know where I'm from, though?
Like, this is my fucking thing. If you don't want it, and if you ain't giving it back, I'll fucking dip and go somewhere else.
Exactly. Like, trying to be professional about this.
Luckily, he gave it to me. You know, nothing really happened. He was a cool dude, as far as I remember. But, yeah, man, it would be tough to go back into that. Like,
it would be 100% tough.
You know, because at least where we're at right now, we're kind of, they give us a little freedom to kind of get creative and like you said, as long as it tastes good, I don't care how you do it. Just make sure it tastes good and it's consistent. In those restaurants, yeah, you have to make sure it's to their recipe and their specs because they wanted me to go open another restaurant with them. I think it was Sawgrass or Dolphin Mall. Dolphin Mall was about to open. So they wanted me to move over there. Like, oh, we'll give you this much money to go. I'm like, fuck no.
That's a ways.
I was like, that's a ways away. I had no car. I was barely there. Like, oh, we'll give you $13 an hour. I was like,
$13 an hour?
I was making $10 an hour at that point. And I was just like, $3 extra. Nah, that shit ain't worth it. Like, they were going to make an extra, like, $12 million on top of what we were making. I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. And it's you know, Can I do it? Yeah. Do I want to do it? No.
No.
Like it's not. That's not
That
worth
is
it at
crazy.
that point.
Cheesecake Factory.
So what's the true difference between like because y'all seen the movie Burnt with Bradley Cooper?
Seen it.
When I'm on,
I love that movie.
That
Everyone
movie-
hates
that
it.
movie-
I
A
love
lot
that
of people
movie.
hate
I
it.
love that movie.
Not to say
What about
everyone.
it though?
like why aren't we on that Michelin star level, or that's just fine
Why
dining?
aren't
That well, first off, Miami's never had the Michelin guide till this year. So
Okay.
this year they're about to give out at some point the stars.
Okay,
Do I think we deserve it? 100%.
okay,
I think we can at least get one, possibly two. He was going for his third star in that movie,
exactly, yeah.
and I think he got the 2 stars in separate restaurants. I think it was a 2-star restaurant that he came from,
Yep.
and then he wanted a third one, so he could have 3 under his belt. So for all I know, he only got 1 star for that particular restaurant. But they're also, it's about the food. It's about the quality of the ingredients. It's about the approach and service. It's about the management style, how you interact with your guests, all those little details, how you set up your plates and your silverware. You see the scenes where they're measuring stuff.
Yeah.
I've worked in a restaurant where they did that. I'm not going to say the restaurant, but I think they're going to get 2 or 3 stars.
All right.
Personally, shout out to Ariette. So I think they deserve that. Yeah, but that movie, Burnt,
Yeah.
it's a little exaggerated, I think. I mean,
I have a question about the Michelin star, man. If you know it, the fact that he'll be here, if not already, or whatever,
yeah.
he could give out as many stars as he feels to however many restaurants, or is it like a certain amount
No,
of
it's
stars? he
1,
gives
2,
out?
and 3. It's a 3-star level.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 3 stars is ridiculously.
But
hard
I'm
to
saying,
get.
like, if more than one restaurant down here earned it, he will give them out.
yeah, I mean,
It's not like, oh, you got 10 stars to give out to 10 restaurants. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think it would be like that. Because if you go to like Japan or something, like little food halls in the street markets have a star or 2.
Gotcha.
So it's about your food. It always comes down to your food, like how good it is, first off, and the interactions you have with your guests. I'm assuming. I've never eaten at a Michelin-starred restaurant, just ones I think are worthy of it. In Miami, I've been to a few restaurants that deserve it. I'm not going to name all of them, but Ariette, Guy, Boyade, Genuine, Stage in West Palm definitely deserves it. I think Stubborn Seed is definitely going to get one. That's
Okay.
fucking Jeremy Ford. He did the Top Chef season 13 or something like that. He won. I don't know. There's a lot of good talent down here.
All right.
Even in Design District, Le Jardiniere and L'Atelier.
You're going too
You
far
guys
for
are
me.
looking
You're
at me
going too
crazy.
far for
Y'all
me.
don't know all these.
I'm looking at you.
It's the neighborhood.
That's
You
the
gotta know
neighborhood.
the restaurants in
Crazy.
your neighborhood.
Just because I do my job correctly, don't expect me to know these people's names.
You love
So
this
is
shit.
what's it called? Choi, the restaurant on the corner, the steak
Colt?
place? Colt?
Yeah.
Is that a good restaurant? Or?
Which one?
Coke, the Korean, they have Michelin stars in,
Okay.
Oh, the
from New
the
York.
Korean
From the-
steakhouse one.
Yeah.
I think
That's-
they're a
I've-
2-star restaurant.
I'm not sure.
Like, obviously that shit.
Yeah,
That should be popping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah. That restaurant definitely has 2. I want to say it's 2 stars. The New York restaurant,
The
and
New
then
York
they
restaurant.
opened
Look,
up.
man,
They opened one down
Amazon
here.
still a sticker sheet. I put 2 stars here. They got the gold one. You want the rainbow one? You want the glitter one?
Then a good start to school, boy. Get
What's
that
the difference between
get
the
that
stars
golden
that
star,
he imagine he
boy.
gives and the ones we can give? Ain't no difference, man.
Have you ever ate at Swan?
No, I don't eat swans.
No, I went there once to get a drink. Hated it. Was not a fan of it at all.
I heard that.
Yeah.
No, I went there to get a job. They didn't hire me.
I was about to work there on 2 separate
You
occasions,
see?
and both times I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
It's
They didn't hire me. I'm
Fuck
like,
'em.
yeah, I like fuck them.
They didn't deserve you.
That's when I was going between events and BK and Gray, and it was like I need a job, though. And,
Dude.
and like,
Speaking of like people not hiring you, like you guys know my worth in terms of a cook,
Yeah.
and not as a person, but let's just say as a cook, and like when I was looking for a job to replace my current one at the time, my current cooking job to another one, I was going to multiple places dressed in business attire. I had resumes. I had resumes
yeah.
and everything. Never answer me. Never want to hit me up. Nothing at all. And like, damn, I'm like, y'all. And then as soon as I find out certain people from them, I'm like, but y'all hired Juan Carlo? Y'all hired this guy though?
I think some people, when you go in with a resume, when you come in all business like, they're like, damn, he might come take my job. You know, because that's what happened at Damn,
But then if you come with shorts and a tank top, oh, look at this guy, he coming in
they
here.
judge you, but you might actually get hired. Dog. It's the crazy part, dog.
Emotional damage.
You might actually get hired, dog. Because I went to what's that one restaurant in Winterwood? They always talking about Q. I went to Q because my dog Chris Brown worked there. Shout out to Breezy. Yeah. Shout out to Breezy. He's like, yo, come on, work with me. You know, you need some money. I'm like, yeah, you got to do. So I went there, all business attire, looking good. Talked to the both managers, all three. I talked to all three managers they had, the GM and the other two managers. Talking like, yeah, you know, I can do whatever you guys want me to do. If I have to start as a busser, I could be a busser. But honestly, I know how to expedite line. I know how to food run, and I can work my way doing anything else y'all want me to do. So I'm like, all right, cool. But the interview was kind of like, it's like they was like, oh, we'll let you know. Then Chris Brown came and talked to me. He was like, oh, they didn't hire you because they think you're gonna take their job. They thought you wanted to be like a manager. You came in with a resume. You came in with a suit on. They was like, nah, he gonna take our job. We can't hire him. Legitly, dog. I just want to be a fool on it.
That's what I'm saying. You think if I wanted to move up, I wouldn't have moved up or by now or done something like, you know, like I just want my bills paid.
That's it.
I want, you know, one day I want to be out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and figure I'll be in a different adventure by then. You know,
That's true.
I just want my bills paid, dog, and you know, like that's all I want for now, bro. I'm not trying to take nobody's job, bro.
That's what they thought, dog. They're like, oh, nah, he's gonna come in here try to tell us, like, bro, I just want some food a little bit, dog. Like, cool, dog. And then, what else? I applied at a lot of jobs when I didn't have a job. I even applied at Ophelia over there on Brickell.
Oh, yeah.
Ophelia, yeah, Brickell. And he was like, oh, we're gonna hire you. Just know we do table side service for salads. I'm like, okay, whatever. And he was like, oh,
Caesar salad.
Oh, you worked at Michael's. Oh my God, you got all the experience we need. I was like, cool. What? Never heard from that man again, man. I was saying I went to home, but my ex-roommate Anthony. I was like, yo, so I got a job. Boy, it's shit cake work, and it's right down the street from my house. We good.
Dude, it's crazy for me to think that. Till right now, it's crazy for me to think like if I wasn't a managerial level.
Mm-hmm.
For me to hire somebody, for me to feel that they're gonna take my job, makes me feel like I'm not doing my job good enough. Then
that is true.
That you're probably doing your job to a minimum, and not to satisfy them, but not overly work yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably doing a terrible job somewhere in there. That they're just eating, not doing nothing.
Eating shit.
Signing little papers and some invoices and shit. That's probably what they're doing the entire day. Signing invoices and fixing them alphabetically or something. Yeah. That they don't want you to come in there or something.
That's true, man.
That's crazy, bro.
You saw it at the restaurant. We had to work. I can't work out this stuff. It was just a whole bunch of.
I wish I was there for that.
No,
I heard all you guys tell me. Thank God you guys. I wasn't, but I
want
to be a part of that.
I don't even want to go there.
Yeah, I don't want to go there. Trash doing nothing like that because that's part of our brand. But I never want to work there again in my life.
Yeah.
I never want to go back to that restaurant, man. Because it gets to the point where I'm the kind of guy that I welcome people when they come to Michael's. Like, yo, hello, I'm David D. Blah blah blah. They just was like, who these people is, man? Like, nah, we here to help y'all. What you need?
Yeah.
Like, what you need? I'm here for you. Nah, boy. That's why I got to buy. I got standoffish with him. I'm just like, I came to work, set up my station, how I'm going to get my station. The chef will come here, change it up, and I'll be like, all right, bro. Whatever. It'd be one ticket in the window. He gonna ask like one ticket. I'm like, bro, why you standing here? Like, go do something, man. Like, I understand we had like 30 tickets all going down. Yeah, come do your job. But like, he want one ticket. He touched the ticket, look at the ticket, put it back, go stand over there, go talk. I'm like, man, this ain't for me, dog. This ain't for me, dog.
It's like 3 more months.
3 more months, dog.
No, it's 4 months.
Then they came in there, we extend an extra month, bruh. Like, don't tell me that, dog. Don't tell me that, man.
That was wild.
It was wild. That was a wild summer.
It was an experience on its own. But you know what? I don't want to go down that road.
I don't want to go back there.
That's a road gone, boy.
Well, it is amazing that they did pay us basically stimulus check every 2 weeks, to keep us there. I love that shit, dog.
I bet you did. If I missed a fucking hour, I got paid like $500.
Nah, see, after a while, they was like, forget the hours. Like, I was like 2-3 days at a time. No, that was the full check, though.
Lucky you. I got people breathing down my neck if I miss one fucking minute.
I'm not saying anything on that side, man. I'm sorry. I can't say anything about it. I know too much info. I'm not gonna
Well,
say
he know, man.
I know both sides of everything. I'm not gonna talk about it. So.
So what do you guys like most about the restaurant business? What do you like most?
I like the chaos.
All right.
Chaos of being in a service in the shits all day, and you're just trying to push together. Frustrated, yelling at everybody, talking shit behind each other's backs. Like, you know, it's just the way it is. But at the end of the day, I'm like, yo, good shit today. Let's go have a beer.
What?
Or nah, I'm going home. Like, stop being a bitch. We're gonna go have a beer.
The likes and don't likes and it's not comparing.
It's a lot of goods and bads.
Of course, we're gonna get in the bad, but you gotta like some things about the restaurant business, man.
Just being in the same building with you guys.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's cool, man.
That's it. I swear to God.
You got like the way you prepare food, like you put love in when you cook. You put love in food, bro. It do. You put love in your food because you can make a dish and somebody else there at work they gonna make a dish and it don't task the same.
Exactly.
I feel you. I get you. I understand.
It's a sense of accomplishment. Like, all right, and we put this dish out. This next person can make it, and it's still on the menu, and it's still being ordered. Like, fuck yeah, that makes me feel good.
Dude, I'm
happy with that.
I promise you not. It doesn't flow the same way with me. It doesn't. I can make something good, and everybody like it, and they'd be okay with it. I'm okay with that, but I'm not thinking no more of it. Until Schwartz or somebody else who's respectfully higher than me says something, they have a critique, and I would take it respectfully in terms of like, oh, do less of this, do more of that. And I'm like, okay, cool. Boom, fix it. Or next time fix it better. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That's it. For me, in my head, that's how it flows. Boom, I did my job, 3:30. Clean, sweep, pack it up, get bitched out for him for not putting things in smaller containers that we don't have. Or they get in the way either way.
Yeah,
we don't have
enough for the 8 course. We don't.
It's funny you say that though. Like 3:30, I was checking out the clock outs for everybody. I'm like, fucking Chris, 3:31, 3:32, 3:31. 3:37. Occasionally he might do like 3:58. Occasionally, and that's when you know it was like a shit, like not a shit service, but like you were getting shit pushed in. He's like, "Fuck, I gotta clean and finish, family." And then I'm out like consistently out at 3:30.
Oh, do his job, man.
Thumbs up, two thumbs way up.
Dude,
like I don't gotta worry about overtime or anything for this guy. Like,
nope, don't worry about it. I just like to get home. First thing I do, I cut on TV. You know, we was talking about like the news sources for like sports and stuff.
Yeah.
I do the same thing, I guess. So it's very similar things that I do when I get home. I get home, I pet my dog, we hang out for a bit. I turn on the TV, we just hang out. I drink a Topo Chico every day, a cold, bristling, cold Topo Chico, straight to the head. And then I evaluate my life while I'm looking at TV for like 10 minutes to just process what happened the past few hours, and then just think about like, damn, all right, it's time to take a shower. I don't feel like keep marinating myself in this fucking nasty shit. I hate it with a passion. I hate the way I smell, I look.
Yeah, the smell be horrible. The smell be horrible.
I hate it, dude. I hate it so much. And all the sweat. I don't mind sweat if it's fucking working out. I did something that felt like I achieved. I'm fucking sweating my ass off in the fucking. I hate it. There's so much things I hate that I like and that just in general. But for me, like, there ain't too much likes into it. I like working with the people I work with. If it wasn't for like the many people I will have to work with, I would have been out of that shit no matter how much anybody pay me. Gotcha. I promise you that. Easy. If I didn't, especially like my managers, oh my God. Whew, boy, I would have been out the door for less. Less.
Yeah, but like I think for me personally, it's like most of the people we work with, work with some good people. Of course, you two amazing people I work with, man. Can't wait to see y'all when I walk up and I'm like, yo, Randy, yo, Chris, like, yo, when you used to work there, yeah, I love going to work, I like the chaos sometimes, when we get our shit pushed in because I know time is moving. Yeah, I tell you, that shit is going.
What I mean, okay, in the sense of that, like for time to move, I'd rather not think about the time than to sit in it. I mean, but that's not something I like. I don't. Nah,
for me, when I think about that chaos, it's like, oh shit, we just got a fuck ton of tickets. Like I think on Brunch, one service recently, they sat down 84 people that first 15 minutes. Sheesh. And they're like, are you guys good? I'm like, I mean, I only see a few things. Like, oh no, we sat down the whole restaurant or whatever it was. 84 people, 15 minutes, and then 40 right after that. I'm like, oh, so you intentionally are fucking us. Okay. And then I'm in the past running calling food out. one person's going down. We already know who that is. The other one's going like getting frustrated because he's between two people that don't know what they're doing and stuff. So it's like, all right, well, fuck it. Like, I'm not stressed. Everyone else is stressed. I'm looking at the time, like, man, it's the 12-minute ticket time. I'm okay with that. Like, food's getting flooded into the window. Chef's looking at me, like, hey, man, we got to run it. I'm like, how about you put up the food complete instead of just one at a time? Like, fuck this. But once you get pushed through all of that and then you have a clear board, it's like, oh, fuck yeah, this was great.
Exactly.
That's on the pass or even in the back, like working on the line, working in the prep area, wherever it is. Like, you have a lot of stuff to get done. It's frustrating because you want other people to help out and stuff. And it's not just one restaurant. It could be any restaurant, any type of service. But it's a sense of accomplishment for me personally. It's like, fuck yeah, we did it. We just hit $1 million in sales.
Yeah.
You know how excited I was? Like, I remember for a moment yesterday, I was just like kind of defeated. I was like, damn, I've been doing only this and this, and like, I could be doing way more. Granted, I think I do a lot. But
You do a lot.
I do a lot, but I was just in that moment. I was like, I could be doing so much more to make sure of this. And then I was out for a drink. Chef comes up to me. He's like, yo, motherfucker, we hit $1 million. I was like, God damn, I forgot about this for that brief period. I completely forgot we hit $1 million, which was the goal from when we reopened. So that's been awesome. I fucking love that. I've worked on the only other restaurant that's hit $1 million in 1 month for me is Cheesecake Factory.
Of course, that's
a given. You know, that's a beast.
That's like McDonald's. McDonald's definitely hit $1 million in a month.
You know, but to finally get that number, and I was like, hell yeah, like that was a lot of time and effort and work put into it, not just from the chefs, but the managers, but like the cooks, prep, dish, everybody. Like,
Gotcha.
It's a sense of unity.
That was something
and like,
that we covered on pre-shift today. That they brought it up. We hit over $1 million stuff.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that like I get the generosity of which Dylan's talking about it. He's like telling everybody, oh, because of you guys. But it's one thing I feel like he did not mention was like the fact that the chefs that we work with too, along with himself and Shorts and Brad and stuff. Like, there's a lot of people that take into this, not just us. Yeah. We're a lot of the backbone of it. And when I mean us, I mean like everybody else is not manager level. Dishwasher from the bottom up. But managers, everybody's put into it too. Because if you guys want to put any order into the chaos, it would just be a fuck fest. No matter how good I am, no matter how good you are, no matter how fast he runs food, or how much shaking he's doing that fucking bartending over there. You know what I'm saying? Which is one of those things that, you know, you got to give yourself a pat in the back too. Yeah. It's like, otherwise you'll never feel like you've done anything.
Facts.
Everybody needs that pat in the back every once in a while.
You're right.
Yeah, it's a team effort.
It's a
top
team effort
to bottom.
From the minute somebody enters that door, and that customer is satisfied when he left, that's a team effort all around.
And you know what's crazy to see too is it's not to take away from the employees, but the repeat guests that we be getting, like the regulars, every day. I still see the same people coming in, and they order, if not the same dish, then they order something new, and then they order another one.
That's good.
It's like, yo, we're doing great right now. Like, for me, it's been an awesome time this whole past month. Even though we've been down, like, figuring shit out and stuff, but I've had a blast. As frustrated as
I didn't have a blast Saturday.
No, Saturday was horrible, man. Saturday was horrible, man. We got our shit pushed in heavy with that French onion soup BS.
I think
selling out in the first hour.
Exactly.
What messed up my day was the last 15 minutes of the clock. From when we served that last burger, but so those 15 minutes up until was like the worst because there was no tickets. There was like 2 tickets on the board. They're about to be out, and I literally spoke to both of them. And I was like, "Hey, can you guys talk to the people in the front to see what's up?" And they spoke to them. Yeah, we only got like 2 more tables. 18 burgers came in, dog, all at once.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
Oh man, that sucks.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, we only got 2 tables." And I told him, like, I'm just trying to avoid the fact something like that may happen. Yeah. I just it's fine if it happens. If it's told, it's gonna happen. Not poof. And we don't have shit for it.
Yeah, that's true, though.
I didn't have tomatoes. I didn't have lettuces. I didn't have stuff. I didn't come on. The last 15 minutes was hell.
Yeah, but now that's what current experience every single day now when you're working, because they sit the last people down at 2:45. You know, some people just want to, I don't want you to rush me, ask me for my order right now. It's like, yo, because it closes at 3 o'clock. Like you have to order.
My thing is, I could do it the same orderly fashion I've been doing it for the past few hours, but just tell me it's gonna happen again, so I could like do some more stuff and not overly do things.
Yeah.
Because then I'm gonna have more things.
Then you
that
have
I
the
need
stress
to
of having to do it now.
Now I did more things that I needed to do because you didn't warn me, and now I'm here and I'm pissed because I'm here for extra time. He ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks.
I'm carrying like 80% of this load right now, and y'all ain't telling me shit. Y'all leave me in the unknown. I'm not gonna get mad if you tell me I got 18 coming in or nothing. You know, just tell me.
Give that heads up.
That's an over communication that we have to over communicate that from the host to the manager to the chef to the line. That has to happen.
Bro, I could walk my ass off to that fucking hostess and be back in the line before I flip that fucking burger.
Yeah, you're right, but
I can do it myself.
sometimes it's not like because sometimes I think it was Saturday. We had like. It was Saturday or Friday when we had like 30 tickets in the window like at 3 o'clock. It might have been Friday.
I think that was a Friday.
It was a Friday. And I was just like, yo, we get raped. And Dylan was in the window like, you get raped. And Brad just sitting there, Brad leave the window like at 2 o'clock. Like, all right, Dylan, jump on the line.
Dude, at one point,
he does the it's time.
It's time.
Get your ass up there.
Dude, at this point, it gets to the point when I already know I'm in it, and we have like so many things. I'm like, I look at whoever's in the window. I'm like, you know, you're about to get fucked with this many things, right? He goes, really? All at once? Whoa, they're all the same temperatures. It wasn't my fault. I'm not the one to blame. He's on point because of me. I'm on point because I'm just me. You better be in the window. Otherwise, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah, it is.
Is that going to be heaven or hell? You decide.
That's true. That's true. That's why me every day. I go straight to pantry, man. It's not that I don't want to be in the hot window, which I don't. It's
Well,
just,
if you don't have a good expo on that side, then you're fucked.
Exactly, because with some of my other food runners, they know who they are. We ain't had to call people out, but they don't know how to expo. So when I got there, I think it was 2 weeks ago, when I had to go pick up pizza boxes from Harry's, because we had pizza boxes. I got there, bro. I was like, thank God you're here. Even they said, the foreigner, like, thank God you're here. What are you talking about, dog? Even the pastry girls were like, oh my God, David's here. I was like, yo, nah. It's like, these guys suck. I'll be like, yo, what you mean, dog?
Yo, be nice, though.
All they got to do is call tickets. I'll tell you what y'all need. They're like, oh, they giving me the wrong thing. They ain't telling me this, they ain't telling me that. And I talk to them all the time. I be like, yo, guys, you got to just, it's hard when you don't know what you're doing. But, like, when we got the new cook, Parrish, yeah, he came in. He's pretty good. I was like, yo, well, how you work? Do you want me to call your tickets out to you, or do you want to look at your own tickets? At the first 30 minutes, you're looking at his own ticket. I'm like, go ahead, dog. Coming in.
Trey just starts coming out. He's like, yo, give me an all day.
He's like, oh, give me all day. I got you. It makes it so much easier. Because I got you. I'm not going to mess you up. Because I know what I need. I know what Brad needs and whoever's in the front. So boom, boom, boom. Got him. He's like, oh, this shit, it works way faster when I'm calling you tickets. Like, yo, you need 3 crunchy salads. Give me 3 crunchy salads. Because now it's easier. All you do is put the salad there.
Plus, now you can match whatever it is that he's calling out for you rather than he's putting out whatever he feels like it.
Exactly. Because back in the day, the old Michael was just like, oh, you putting that salad way too early.
But you see, if it was me on the other side of the window, I would prefer to have my own tickets, and you would just tell me. I would prefer you to tell me what you need at that very moment, and I'll continue on mine. Yep. I'll send everything. Mine is, I know, but that's the way I do it. That's I'll feel most comfortable because it gets me in check.
True.
I can't work under you telling me what do you need at the very moment unless you really need it, and I'll be like, do that.
But I think that's more for people that don't know how to read tickets or don't know how to keep tickets online.
Where like they can't manage themselves. They just need the extra support.
Exactly, because I think if they get to that point where they have to read tickets and cook, you're never gonna get food. Like, oh, you don't need that right now. It's like, you don't need this. You don't need, like, now Brad, like, literally how we were moving the restaurant to push towards the $1 million as a good accomplishment. It was like, yo, first course, second course, pastrami in the window already. The first course went out like 2 minutes ago. Pastrami, where's this crunchy salad? I'm like, Brad, they literally just got like a large seafood platter. You can't send a whole entree, and that's a pet peeve of the servers. Like we just got
food out like so quickly.
A large seafood platter, and now their entrees are sitting there getting cold. They want to enjoy their seafood, their lobster, ceviche, oysters, so on and so forth. And it's like, wow, I'm like, damn, I get it. That's why when we've been having the meetings, the pre-shifts, and everyone, it's been so tense because it's like I see with Chef Michael and Brad, they're trying to make sure the servers know what they're talking about. Especially when you have a new dish like the uni rice or the uni sandwich. Some people are like, uni, what the hell is uni? You got to explain to them. They want to know if you're explaining it in the correct way. You know the exact ingredients will go into the batter, will go into all that stuff.
But you know what's crazy? As much as they sit down and explain to you from point A to point D, what that dish is, it's only gonna fall into like 5 of their heads out of 20 of them.
Of course.
That makes sense. It's gonna go in through one ear, out the other. A lot of people.
Well, that's why you always quiz them too during pre-show. You bring it up again,
see,
like, "Hey, so how are we doing?"
Oh yeah, they're doing quiz.
Oh no, yeah, you get quizzed during pre-show.
yeah.
Like,
at
"Hey,
one
tell
point
me
we
about
were-
this dish that we just talked about yesterday, and it's been on the dish. It's been on the menu for 3
See,
days."
that makes more sense.
Like, and then you get put on the spot, and it's kind of like, you know, the servers might feel like, damn, you're calling me out. And it's like, it's not about calling you out. It's about making sure you know what it is. So if we have to constantly tell you, this is what it is, you know, remember it. And then I'm going to ask you again tomorrow. I'm going to ask the next person next to you. And like, you know, we did the whole quizzing thing on
At Amara.
we were doing the whole training and stuff, you know. People found it like, oh, this was a waste of time. I'm like, you still don't know what's in it?
Exactly.
If somebody came up to me and asked me about an ingredient in a certain dish, I'm like, did you not study when we were in training? Did you not, like, are you supposed to be training, like, and going over your notes every single day? That's what we did this for.
Yep.
Spent 3 weeks training, and we just opened it, now you don't know what's in it? Like, that's on you.
Yeah, facts.
So if you get bitched at from a chef or whoever, like, it's warranted at that point. I at least I think. It sucks, you know, like, to have to be put in that position, but it is what it is.
That's about Michael.
Yeah.
That's about Michael.
Yeah.
Because I see what he does it, and he always explains, like, I'm not trying to get down on you or call you out in front of everybody, even though he did it in front of everybody. and when Brad do it, it just be worse. Brad be.
It's a delivery.
It's
too.
a delivery.
He lives off that.
He lives off that.
He loves that shit, man. He be killing me, man.
Like, I think
He be
Chef
killing me.
Michael asked him what's in the chicken liver crostini, and one of the servers, they sold the dish. They were like, oh, you know, it's chicken liver garnished with caramelized onions and parsley chives, whatever. And he was like, I didn't ask you to sell it to me. I asked you what's in the dish. What is the ingredients? And like, everyone got quiet. I was like, I'm gonna go finish cutting paper. Like, I feel they feel attacked. Like, oh, y'all telling us we suck. Y'all telling us we're not good.
But look, even that dish, that's the most simplest dish on the menu. Chicken liver crostini, bread toasted with garlic butter, crouton, a little schmoo of that shit, and some little garnish, right? It's been on the menu for years.
It's been on
15 years.
Exactly.
We're approaching 15
But
years.
you
How do
could-
you still not know what's in it?
You can be in your
Like-
feelings about something. If somebody quizzes you and you're so good as you claim to be, and if you can't answer his question and you feel attacked and you can't answer it, are you as good as you could be?
No.
You believe yourself.
Believe
You
yourself,
believe
yeah.
this entire time you were that good, but you can't even recite the same things you've been working here for 5 years.
Some people ain't good under pressure, and Michael is pressure. Brad is
Yeah.
pressure. And,
I get that. But if you've been working for so and so long and you can't recite this, and the new guy comes in,
yeah.
That's
like,
embarrassing.
Like Jacob. Like, it was just based. Jacob was one of the newest people we hired, but I knew Jacob for 10 years. 'Cause I worked him at Sugar Cane. I worked him at Big and Gray. I knew him for so long, and Jacob was a very smart dude. And the way he presents himself, so we go to a table. That shit is just like, yo, he on point.
yeah, he do be.
Yeah, so
I don't ever have nothing to say about him.
yeah, so it's like that. Then you see servers that's been there for literally been in the company 3-4 years, and it's like, y'all kind of suck, dog. Y'all kind of suck, dog. And it's like,
Before we go on, where can they find us?
oh, of course, you already know, man. We on YouTube video content, which I really do appreciate everybody who been tuning in lately to our channel. I see, well, before I left, like earlier, 56 views for our last video with Ozzy and them boys,
Slim Fresh
JD,
and
Slim
Trust
Fresh and
Nobody.
them boys. Like, I really do appreciate everybody who tunes in. Like, you really don't have to watch our stuff, but I do it. Like, and then the SneakerCon video, almost 150 views. Like, yo, thank you guys, man. And I know this video's gonna get a lot of views because we're in the culinary business, and a lot of people out there in the culinary business. So YouTube, of course, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Apple in general. You know, are we still on Buzzsprout? No. No, we're on Buzzsprout no more. Oh, our favorite one, Deezer. We're gonna get that dose soon. Deezer's gonna come through for us, boys. But you know, Chris will give you the rest of the links.
He pretty much said all the majority ones, all the major ones we want to talk about and stuff. But I mean, links in general, it's the same thing as always. The SQUAAA podcast under Spotify, Apple Podcast and stuff. The ID is a little different. The username is a little different because of people owning and having it before and stuff. But it's the _real_squaw. Just a little different. Same thing though. What you're saying?
Oh yeah, and also Ryan, where can they find you at? You know, we like to shout you out, you my dog.
I only got Instagram, Monsieur Zuniga. And if you want to look at some of my old music with my old bands, suicideritual.bandcamp.com, District Devoid on Spotify and Apple Music, and Cruel Presence, a new project, a little death metal act that we're doing with one of my best friends. That just released on Friday. It's also on Bandcamp, Spotify, and Apple Music. I'm pretty sure it's on Deezer too. But just throw that out there.
Deezer.
Just throwing that out there.
Deezer. Oh yeah, back to the topic. Like how I say, it's a way you carry yourself. Like when we're talking about you on the Women of the Titans podcast, how you carry yourself so professionally. You know that you have to have a love for it because we understand the professionalism of what we understand the professionalism of what you do. Well, it's like you have to have some kind of love because where you make food is, you be like, yo, this shit fire. Even when you literally put together a egg sandwich. I mean, when we back in the day, we used to work at an old restaurant. Like, yo, this shit, I used to live for that shit, dog. Come to work, I'm like, this shit is fire, dog. About to get my coffee or my sweet tea, get this sandwich, my day gonna be good, dog. But it's like everyone has to be on the same page when it comes to stuff like that, man. Like, we want 7 Chris's on the line. That's what we want. Like 7 Chris's on the line. We want 7 Chris's on the line.
Trust me, you don't.
Because then I can just sit back and be like, yo, you're like, I know my food finna come in the window, dog. You know. And like we want the service to be on that same level. And I want to tell you, I'm not perfect. I mess up sometimes in the window. I really do. Sometimes I be like, yo, I sent that to the wrong table, or I forgot it said add chicken, or it said no nuts. That's my, because I'm doing so much stuff at one time. That's my bad. So I'm not trying to call no one out because I know sometimes it's like, yo,
but you see, the point is, if you made a mistake, but everybody trusting you in that window, it's about rebounding off that and you telling what's the name to make that without questioning you.
Yeah.
It's just you needing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They need to help you recover what you did. Everybody makes mistakes, like you said, and the same as anybody else. I make mistakes when I do things sometimes. And since I put a certain item that doesn't recall, and I think it said it doesn't need that ingredient in there. Right. And you know, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I didn't put that there. Obviously, I put it there.
Exactly.
Why am I gonna lie for it, dude? There's no reason to lie.
I hate that
Why
part.
would you lie?
I hate when people lie, dog. I hate that shit.
Why do you need to lie?
Exactly. Like, yo, what do you need? If you're gonna lie about it, you're gonna take even more time now. Just tell me what you need. We're gonna get it out the way. You know, but that's another thing. That's another pet peeve of mine. When I'm in the window, I hate people next to me, dog. Like, when I'm in the hotline window, do not come next to me, dog.
When you have, especially with the way it's laid out right now, the new kitchen, it's like you got like 2 runners right here, the other runner back here, and you got 4 servers waiting to talk. I'm like, yo, back up. Give me some space, man. Like, I fucking lingers, man.
Let me put your hair ready. I'm coming for your hair ready.
You know? And then the server that just come talk to you, they just don't care. You read mid, fire this. Oh, I need calm down.
Calm down.
Yo, back up.
Back up. Go stand over there. I love them brag.
Back up off.
I love them brag.
Stay up off.
Brag be like, nah. Chill. Get on my face. Don't tell me what you need. Nah.
Dude, it happened today actually. Seeing something. I forgot what it was that she needed, and she, instead of talking to who was on Expos, she was talking to the cooks. And
that's the worst thing you can
and
do. Yeah.
He got hot, and she was standing on the middle of the path, just there, waiting like this, just looking at us. He was like, "You need something? You need to talk to me. Get away.
Exactly.
What you need? Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
And like she was just there, like laser vision, dog. Like she was helping the thing cook it. She was helping the equipment cook it by looking at it.
That's crazy, dog. And that's another thing people gotta understand when it comes to timing. When they come on, if you have 11 burgers at one time, you know, and your burger was like the 7th burger to bring in, your burger not gonna come out first now, especially if it's a well done. Yeah, dog.
What I press?
I didn't hear it. So.
You know, and I hate that when the servers cause I understand the servers. You gotta learn wine. You gotta learn the menu, certain ingredients. You have to have a presence to yourself when you serve guests. You gotta deal with some guests that's like completely assholes. You know, and we get that. But I understand at the end of the day, you pick up a tablet or you go to a computer, you bring in an order. After that, it's out of your hands. You know, now we gotta do our job. Food runners, chefs, everybody. Come on now. I hate when they come in there and be like, where my food at? I be like, bruh, check me out. That complimentary chips and dip shit, dog, like, that's like last thing on my mind, dog. You can make that shit yourself if you want that bad, dog.
But you know what? It is not to write the servers at all because it goes to the back of the house too, though.
Of course.
You know why? Because if the food comes out shitty, you're not gonna get bitched at.
Oh, no.
That person who ran it might get bitched at, but the one's gonna get bitched at
It's
is
the server, yeah, for sure.
The server's gonna get bitched at, and depending how that was handled, it could escalate, or it could get, you know, at least attempt to handle it better.
That's facts.
But like, it really depends on the cooks and like what's going on there.
No, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more there because it's a. Oh, sorry, you gonna say something?
Oh no, I was gonna say, anytime a server comes up to me like, "Hey, what's the best thing I can do complimentary? Chips and dip, marinated olives. Go get that shit."
Yeah,
That's all you're getting.
They're getting themselves.
Can we send them something? I'm like, yeah. What can we send them? Like, get the chips and dip or the marinated olives. Leave me alone. Anytime someone asks me, I'm like, I'm sending them this. Go away.
But the thing about when it comes to that, it's like, okay, I'm no chips and dip. I'm trying to run this food. Then it's like, oh, my complimentary chips and dips. You know, it's complimentary. They can get it whenever they want. I know you want to give it to them now, but if it's a recovery, I get it out quick as possible. You know, so something's dragging. Okay, chips and dip. Like I had a guest this past week. I was like, complimentary chips and dip. And she was like, where's our chicken? I'm like, we apologize. I know how to talk to people. I apologize for the wait. You know, chicken's coming out soon, but we can give you guys complimentary chips and dip. And I heard it when I was walking away. He was like, I don't want the chips, but we'll take them, dog. I'm like, whatever, dog. Like,
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it, dog. Leave it out. I'm just gonna freak shit up. I'm like, shit, I'll take it, dog. Fuck that shit up, dog.
They ain't want it, so I take it.
They ain't want it, dog. And then another thing, like, I understand me, I'm different, you know, and I'm not gonna say because I'm not gonna give her my secrets at Michael's. Fuck that, you know. I ain't gonna give my secrets, dog. And when people come ask for food, dog, I be like, you could get some food, dog. Well, come on, dog. They be like, what you eating? I be like, damn, dog. I ain't trying to share with you, dog. I am not trying to share with you, dog. You know, because I got this for me, dog. It's for me, dog. When family will come out, they be like, damn, why you eat? How you eating that? We eating this. Don't worry about all that, dog. Don't worry about all that, dog. This is me, baby. I got seniority, dog.
How you eating this?
Honestly, you back of house, man.
Exactly.
That's the back of house perks.
Like, I know what we gonna have left. I'm gonna go over there and get it. Get a brioche bun, put that shit together. Chris, yo, maybe one of your specials. That shit always fire, dog. You know, I'm good. I'm gonna sit I got my little clubhouse in the back now.
Clubhouse
I go out there on my doubles. I chill, man.
Dude,
I'll be walking back. I'm like, this guy just chilling over here, man.
Yo, when I first saw him where he was at, dog, I still got that shit burnt in my head. That image of David, dog. Oh, God, so
By the freezer, right?
Yeah,
I already know. That's by the freezer.
I still got this shit burnt in my head, dog. I swear. It's hilarious.
That's why I spot back there, man. Because I'd be like, because that's when COVID was heavy COVID was heavy, and I was like, yo, I ain't trying to kiss that shit again, dog. I'm not trying to kiss that shit again, dog. Let me go over here where no one's at, dog. But not everybody back there now. Everybody come back there now. They be like, yo, you're my bucket, dog. You gotta make that move, man.
They're going in, you go out.
You go out. But all in all, I don't know. Restaurant for me, the money is amazing for me. I ain't gonna lie. I can't complain about the money. Money's really good. You know, but people that's coming, like future workers that's coming to any restaurant in general, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, like, yo, don't come in there with that just not my job attitude. That's something I kind of hate myself. You know, I used to say it, I ain't gonna lie, when I first started working in a restaurant, like, this ain't my job, I'm a busser. Why am I doing all this? You know, like, I had one manager was like, a dog pooped outside, can you pick it up? And I was like, no. Like, what am I looking like, dog? Like, that owner should have picked the dog poop up when they were walking away. Like, I read enough of that. I read enough of that. Insubordination. Oh, someone asked you to do something. And I told him very proud, like, yo, he asked me to pick up dog shit. That's not part of my job description. Like, if he wanted it done so bad, he could pick it up himself. Like, he came all the way from over there to tell me to pick it up when he could pick it up himself.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, man, I don't do that, man. But then I started to get, okay, whatever. I still don't pick up dog shit. Don't ask me to do that shit. I will look at you like you're stupid. You know, but like, yeah.
It's the subordination.
It's subordination. You told, and they don't know what the right upset. You told our manager no. Like, so you told me to jump on the bed, and I told him, no, I got rid enough of that shit. So yeah,
Heaven or hell, you're still getting out of here.
So yeah, back to the point. It's like, yo, please come in knowing you're gonna get your shit pushed in. Especially if you're a busser. you're gonna get your shit pushed in.
Oh yeah.
Because you gotta bust the whole restaurant up. There's no more sections no more. You working inside, outside. There's a lot of plates, a lot of silverware, a lot of table setup, a lot of servers literally lingering on you, dog. Like a server, you take go pour water and they go over and talk in the coffee room.
And best believe
That
if
damn
it's
coffee
slow,
room was the worst thing they
Worst thing they can do, yeah.
best
Everybody
believe if it's
be
slow,
hiding
you
in
might be
there.
running food.
Exactly, you
Or
know.
busy, you might be running food.
And then, like, well, I always talk about the kitchen, the back of the house part when new hires come in, what can they expect and all that.
Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah, whoever, though.
I mean, honestly, just expect to work. You're gonna do everything. Look, we had who is it? Sunshine.
The sunshine, yeah.
Sunshine came in green as fuck.
Light green.
Still in high school. You know what? I interviewed him. I got asked to hire him by Shorts. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do it. I'll train him in the back, prep, whatever it is, so he can learn the basics. And we ended up putting him on the line.
Yeah, I saw that was that day.
And I remember questioning. I was like, damn, should we really do this? So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. If he's going to learn, he's going to learn. How long has he been there? 3 weeks now?
Yeah, thinking about that.
Yeah, it took that long for them to realize, like, nah, he ain't on the line anymore. He is strictly prep, pantry, pastry, in the back. Get the fuck out of the hotline.
Yeah.
Because he gets lost, you know? And even if you have experience or no experience, I encourage anyone that wants to get in it with no experience, please come. Because I'll do my best to show you the very basics, how to hold a knife, how to cut an onion, how to build a sauce, how to build a stock, how to build an aioli. Like the very, very basics that we kind of take for granted. It's like, bro, this is really quick. We'll bust that out in like 5 minutes. This kid took 2 hours to make romesco sauce.
Jesus.
First batch. First batch that we fucked up. So we threw it out. I'm like, throw that shit out and do it again and don't take 2 hours. You got 20 minutes to do it, start to finish. And he's like, what? And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Go get the shit right now and get it going. He's like, I have the onions and peppers going. I'm like, what are you standing there for? Go get the nuts. Go get the bread. Go get the vinegar. Go get all this. You know, I'm just telling him, like, don't just stand there. Oh, you have everything great. Help her bust out this ticket real quick. Go help clean the walk-in. So anyone that comes in, you are not above anyone. Like, if you need to go in the back and prep, you're going to prep. If you need to jump on the line, if you've never worked that station, you better fucking figure it out.
Yep.
I got thrown into the fire plenty of times, not knowing what the hell I was doing. But you learn.
Yeah, you learn. Yeah.
You learn.
You see, that's kind of something that I do to today. Just because I've been there for a while, I don't think of myself any more than anybody else. I do things that I don't want to be hypocritical about. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say do this, and I'm never ever going to do it. I like to lead by example. You know, I will do it, and then next time you're doing it. But just know I did it, and I will continue doing it. You can take turns doing it if you want to. But for the most part, I like to lead by example. I feel like it's a good thing because you're not gonna want to do something that somebody else is not gonna do.
True.
Or you're gonna question, why am I the only one doing this?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like when they question me, why are you putting away the orders? Why are you organizing this and that? And I'm like, I got to show them that I'm willing to do it. And I also want to make sure it's getting done proper.
Yep.
You know, if I can pull someone with me to do it, even better, because now I have someone else that I can lean on to help me out. You know, but back to the line cook section, you know, if you have no experience or you do have a lot of experience, I wouldn't come in thinking like, oh, I'm the shit, you know, like no, we're all the same. I'd like to think everyone there at some point will be on that CDP level, right? Like I worked at one restaurant, they're like, oh, well, you know, yeah, I was a sous chef here, I was a chef there, now I'm just a line cook. Like, no, we're all chef de parties. Like, chef de partie is responsible for service and leading the team and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's the lead line cook. We're all lead line cooks in this restaurant. And that's how I want to get every cook that works under me.
True.
In the restaurant, or not under me, but together. You know, like, we all should be in that same mentality. We're all lead line cooks. Especially if you've been there for long enough.
Yeah,
I was looking at the numbers.
To
5 years for you, 6 years for Dill, 7.5 for me. Raul's been there 12 years. You know, I was like, God damn, we got a lot of veterans up in here. We should be able to come in and train anybody on the station.
That's true.
Like, everyone there that's been at least there 5 years, which there's a lot of them. Even Jonas, he's been there almost 5 years too. Like,
Really? Not quite enough.
Joe, as much,
Yeah,
you
Joe
know,
been
all
there
of
for a
them, they've all been there long enough that you should be able to be like, hey, train this guy on your station because you should know it by now, you know? And if you have no experience, you can lie about it. I'm sorry. I'll bring up an old story from Eddie, R.I.P. You know, I fucking miss Eddie, but he legit told me he was the first friend I made in that restaurant. And he told me, like, Randy, I was doing some illegal ass shit. I'm not going to go into detail about it. But he was like, I just came in here and they asked me if I had experience. I told him, yeah, I had 3 years experience on I know how to saute some stuff and make pasta. I did not know a single thing. He lied and got the job and worked his ass off because he got there, maybe a few months before us? It was around, it was around that time.
Like same time.
Maybe the same time. He trained me. This motherfucker had no experience whatsoever, but he was there the longest on that station, and he trained me. And he went to the next station, and then I followed him because he trained me on that station. That's kind of how you kept it going. So I always appreciated that. And I would hope anyone that comes into the restaurant will follow suit as well. True. Like you should want to come in with an open mind and the willingness to learn and do whatever it takes to get through service and, do your shit.
Man, fuck that. I remember my first time in the kitchen, and then I was in there for like 4 months. I was like, I'm still in the same thing. Homeboy don't have no experience. How he working that station? Fuck that shit. Fuck him. Fuck that shit. I put him on blast. How he over there over here?
It's a lot of that going around. People just come in there lying on their resume. And we were talking about this a couple weeks back because it's gonna show. Like you talking, it's gonna show. You on the resume, you get in that kitchen, it's like, you trash, boy.
Yeah.
That resume was
straight. We had Convict Chris, remember him?
Chris.
All that experience. Worst fucking cook that we had.
He was trash.
You know Convict Chris.
What?
Yeah. He used to work hot apps at night. Big dude, older guy.
No, I don't.
You don't know him?
Remember, I don't work nights.
You didn't have to work nights. He would always come in at 3 and bitch about Jonas not setting up his station. Remember him?
No.
Whatever, man.
I tried.
Yeah, Convict Chris is no longer there, so
it's because there's only one Chris.
That is true.
They all left. Man.
Chris was.
They ain't nobody else. No replacements, man.
Another thing I want to touch on is our back of the house, our prep guys and our dishwashers. Like, these people are literally the backbone of Michael's Genuine, especially the dishwasher. Oh my God,
I hate pillars of the restaurant.
Exactly, I hate when people come in there and it's like. They throw plates wherever. They put trash wherever. They bitch with my silverware, my plates.
Were you there the day? Remember that day the dish machine went down?
Yeah, went down. I was there. Yeah.
And I looked behind me. I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck just happened?" And like dishes were piled up all the way to the rim. Yeah. And I looked at them. I think it was Dulon that was there. I'm like, Dulon, and whoever else was with him. I'm like, go outside, get family meal. Soap's on its way. It took like an hour to get there, but it's on its way. Go do your shit. I got this. I started organizing everything, just lining up the plates together, all the silverware on one side, because they were just piling it up. I go around to start doing the other side, and servers are just coming in. Throwing shit in there. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, what happened with the dish team? I'm like, no. Organize this shit. Because this is very disrespectful at this point.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Like, you cannot do that to them.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That today I was getting ready to say some shit like off rip because today like I saw all the ramekins that come back from like having ketchup and shit all full.
Yeah.
All of them were fucking full. There's like at least 50 of them in the fucking sink, and there's fucking sugar packets, straws. I'm like, where's the fucking garbage can or the fucking sink?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm over here looking at this guy. This guy's over here, like you're saying, a lot of plates and shit. I'm just like, dude. I'm just like, oh, you know what? Move on, Chris, because you know what? If you start fucking saying some shit, it's gonna say some shit. It's gonna be like they're gonna look at you crazy.
You know, I got bitched at for helping out in the dish pit.
Really?
I got bitched like it was appreciated, and then I started wiping down the plates to make sure that we can start resetting for dinner. They're like, and chef comes up to me, he's like, "Why the fuck are you doing this?" And I'm like, "I'm helping out." He's like, "No," he gets 3-4 servers to come over.
Gonna get
and he's like, get the fuck out of there. Why is our sous chef doing this? Like, no, you guys are just standing there with all these dishes piling up. Get your ass over here and start helping. Yeah. So once he did that, I was like, hey, you heard chef. I'm out.
What?
I did my part. I helped out as much as I could.
It's just like today. We're a little backed up today in the morning. It was kind of weird today. And like, a lot of this, there was a lot of shit outside like we normally get.
Yeah.
And like, a lot of people just not doing nothing. And then Bradley said, fuck that. Y'all gonna put shit away. Because, like, there was, no offense to nobody. Everybody's job is, like, it's as hard as everybody else's in their own way. But, like, come on, man. Like, you worked with each other for, like, such and so long. You should at least put a little bit more effort and, like, help us out as much as we can help you out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's bullshit.
And it shouldn't have to be asked. It shouldn't have to be asked. You should look at me like, I ain't doing shit right now. Let me go help.
It could be a different restaurant that could do lesser than us in terms of the back of the house. And, you know, you want to get this at a time that you want it. and it won't be the same like level, or you know what I'm saying? It makes sense.
Yeah.
It won't not be the same thing. It won't be the same burger that you'll make or the same steak that you'll make because it'll be somebody else's in a different restaurant, and then you'll be like, damn, you know what? I left this place because of this reason because I didn't put this away. And now I'm here in this shit place, and they have like 50 people here that suck.
Yeah.
There is no Randy here. There's no David here. There's no Chris here. There's nobody here.
Yeah.
Not that there ain't no, we're not the best fucking place in the fucking
not
world.
at all.
But we're pretty decent, trusting people, and we do our job good enough to respect it. You know what I'm saying? You know, those are the things that should be like very respected. And it should take you very far to like thinking like, oh damn, you know, these people really care. I care too. Let me show them I care by doing these things.
I got you on. I like that. Good. You know, but yeah, you know, we wanted to hit on that part because, you know, I love my back of the house. I love my dog Dylan, man, mommies, you know, they be back there having laugh and shit, dog. Yeah,
even though when they be talking, they be sounding like if they're talking, sound like they angry.
Yeah, dude.
They always bitching about something. I'm like, I don't know what's going on over there.
Luckily, we don't understand though.
Exactly. They be talking
I
shit.
mean, look, I mean, y'all about to scrap or what? 'Cause y'all raising your voices, like.
They be in it.
They do. But nah, I appreciate them. Like
I love
do.
that
I really
team.
do
Like,
appreciate them.
that's low key my favorite part. My favorite crew, the dish team and the prep. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say prep, but dish
I
team
like
for
the prep.
sure.
Trap.
Well, because you know they get the shit end of the stick, and you know, shout out to Anne Marie. Shout out to Marie Francois. Shout out to Dulan Dorsal. Fucking, who else? Estimas, bitch ass that just came in. David and Mage and fucking, with Blanc. You know, he's always complaining about, oh, my leg hurts. Shut the fuck up. Like, I appreciate your efforts, man. I don't want to hear you about your leg. I'm dizzy. Yeah, so am I. Get some water.
Get some water. Shake it off.
Dude, don't even fucking go there or fucking water. I remember I sliced half my thumb at freaking first month learning the mandolin in the kitchen. I sliced. They had the French mandolin, not a Japanese one. It's a bigger mandolin. It's more bulkier.
Yeah.
It's built for like vegetable and like a lot of shit. So, anyways, my first month, that shit was fucking like dough as hell. You know how dough, everything dough, you just put more force into it, and eventually when it cuts you ain't gonna know it.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit sliced half my thumb and half the nail. And I'm talking about a little bit. I'm talking about a lot of bit. Like you know, that was a lot, dude. And like at one point, that shit was such a clean cut. Because I was just going at it.
Yeah.
That shit was such a clean cut. It didn't even bleed for like it didn't bleed till 5 seconds later. That shit was pale white. As soon as the oxygen hit it, boom, that shit was. I was like, Jesus, boy, this is the Ric Flair in my hand, boy.
You still got the scar for it or no?
Dude, like,
I still got this little scar from the fucking deli slicer.
it's this motherfucker right here, dog. Like, right here.
Yeah, my thumb went right through a deli slicer, sliced from here all the way across. Apparently, it was about 1 centimeter away from the artery that's in there. I didn't even know there was a
I
fucking
didn't know there was
artery in there.
either.
They're like, had it gone just a centimeter extra, you would have been fucking done. And I was like, the fuck does that? The guy was like, you're not going to have your nail anymore. I was like, what? I'm like, yo, I need my nail. They're like, that shit ain't growing. You sliced it off, like clean from the base. And I was like, nah, man. I was like, how long are my nails? They're like, it ain't coming back.
It ain't coming back.
It took about
dog.
8 months for it to come back slowly, little by little, and then grows in an angle now. I was like, at least I got my nail.
You know what the fuck happened? What was the result of this? At me bleeding, I'm over here in the sink like this because I have nowhere else to fucking put the fucking blood. I'm over here in the fucking sink like this, and then next you know, the owner comes. He's like, he goes to Coke. I'm like, what's Coke for? You can sit out there for 5 minutes and get back to work. I was like, bro, you know how I didn't. You know how that day made me appreciate my thumb so much more because. For example, you know the round pizza plates?
Yeah.
You know, you'll cut the pizza plates. So we had those for like other reasons than pizza.
Yeah.
So we'll have that, and like you know how you place it, your hand, your finger, your thumb goes above it.
Yeah.
Think about how you gonna grab that when you have no thumb strength. I was like this, or the mixing bowls. I'm like, damn, this shit suck.
Yeah, it do.
Oh.
And
it
the
does.
bleeding is like so hard. Dude, I had so much bandages over this thing, dog.
Dude, I
This thing like
had
a cast.
a fucking little cast wrapped up. I remember when that happened to my thumb, I had a show that night, playing drums that night.
Dude.
So we go to practice. I told my bandmates, I'm like, yo, I don't know how I'm going to play tonight. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, I sliced my fucking thumb, man. I'm in a cast. They're like, all right, so we practice. And mind you, the owner of the restaurant that I was at, he was like, "Hey, I know you have a show tonight, but if you go play that show, you better come to work tomorrow." I was like, first of all, you're not going to know if I'm there. But all right, no, I'm not playing. I'm just going to go see how these guys were going to talk about it and cancel. We practiced. My singer hated it. He was like, you don't sound good. I'm like, I'm good enough. And he's like, you don't sound good, man. I don't want to do this show. Whatever. Long story short, we go to this show. It was our best set. Best set probably we've ever played. It was our third show from that band. Suicide Ritual, what's up? And I remember, I'll never forget. I think I have a picture of it on Instagram. But the cast flew off. The bandage unravels. The blood is squirting all over the fucking drums, the cymbals. I didn't even use my drum set. I used another band's drum set. The guy was like, "No, just leave it. We'll all share." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, but you got blood all over this shit." Like, and somebody found the cast because it flew. It flew into the people, and it was like 60, 70 people in that tiny room. I think I talked about it in one episode.
Yeah, well, they did.
It was that show, and I was like, God damn, I just look, and I'm like, all right, well, we played a fucking banger of a set. I ain't going to work tomorrow. We'll wrap this bitch up again. I can't work for 2 weeks. Sorry, guys, doctor's orders.
Oh my God, dude.
But
Dude.
I played that show.
I
It was a
still
lot
had
of
to
fun.
go to work the next day. Fuck them doctors.
Nah, I got that workers'
I'll do
comp.
work next day. Yeah,
I got the workers' comp. I didn't give a fuck.
yeah, that's how it is, man. Restaurants.
Jesus. Well, I think we hit things, you know.
Yeah, we have things, you know. We can't cover everything until we just leave the restaurant business. Then we really could get deep in depth with everything we really want to say.
I mean, we missed a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
because we still
pop-up events that we've done in the past.
Yeah,
Those things get rowdy.
they get around, you know.
We talked about things.
Things, you know. Well, you know, come back in like a year or two, we don't have to be at the restaurant no more. Trust me, it's gonna be real juicy, boy. Jesus.
Emotional damage. Jesus. My shit do like that, dog. My shit do like that for real.
Yeah.
That's the worst stuff. But yeah.
But
Good times, guys.
Mm.
Oh,
all right, Randy. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Randy just said bye.
I was supposed to lead you guys out.
Nah, yeah, you good. Chris, you know anything you want to say before we exit out?
Don't work in the restaurant business.
I don't recommend it. For pay, yes, but no, please don't work in the restaurant business. But you know,
I didn't have too many likes, so you can see.
yeah, it's all right, well, you know,
If you do come in, don't be afraid to lie about your experience.
exactly. You know, we gonna hire you.
We'll hire you. And
regardless.
if you suck, you suck, and you're out of there.
Yeah. We're gonna know. So whether you
I'm gonna know the minute you come in the building.
whether you lie or not, we're gonna find out in a week. Maybe that same day. That same day we're gonna find
10 minutes.
10 minutes. But
Spent $250 on a background check and all this processing.
Exactly.
You know, I don't need you anymore.
but like I said before, we start by we appreciate you guys tuning into our podcast. And yeah, we are the squad. We out this bitch.